I've invited these amazing agents up here to share their stories of amazing benefits.
First of all, with the professional listing photography, that's saving us $200 to $250 a transaction right there. Professional photos, high quality. We haven't had any issues with them. Even able to call Boulevard, ask questions, their answer our questions right away. So that's been very helpful. I mean, it's $200 to $250 a transaction you're saving right there alone whenever you have a listing.
And to piggyback off of the pictures, we always do professional photos for our listings, Matterport and extra services. My biggest concern was, what is the quality going to be like of these professional pictures that we're going to be provided for free? And within a week we onboarded, I experienced the professional pictures that we have, pretty much the same quality that we're used to using. So I was very pleased with that. That was a big concern for me.
And when it comes to the yard signs, I mean, they're not just stick a sign in the yard. It's high quality posts with high quality Epique logo.
Very classy.
Very classy, very luxury looking on our listings. And the good thing about that is, you know, we're not having to pay. A post like that probably costs around $90 on average just to get the post. And not to mention to have your signs printed and all that for you. That's another probably $50, or you can order it in bulk and order like 100 and probably get a good discount. But that saves a lot of money right there. And not only that, you're not having to go out there, put the sign, as Chris and Josh mentioned earlier, sweating in the Texas heat. And then when you pick up the signs, they're filthy. Even if they sit out there for a week and you're listing it, sells quickly. So I'm over there with a towel, washing it down, cleaning it up, and getting it ready for the next listing. That saves us a lot of time.
Oh, we don't have to do
along
that
with anymore. The money. Yeah. So.
It saves us a lot of time and effort being out in the, well, out in the rain, out in the heat. So it has freed up a lot of our time having to go to the properties, put up the sign, and also removing it. So that's time. Sometimes our listings are an hour away, you know, from us. So it does benefit us a lot, not just on the money part, but also on the time.
Well, as a team leader, number one was the transaction fees. So the 1099 I gave to my TC last year was about 30 grand. So we're a production driven team, and it's going to save a lot of that overhead so that I can focus more on benefiting for lead conversion and lead generation for the team. So we're really excited about that. It was a no-brainer to make the move over.
So we were a team that was known in town as unrecruitable. And we looked at so many different models. And so some of my top producers are here today and can attest for what I'm saying. And they'd say, okay, let's look at this one, Robbie. Let's look at this one. No, it doesn't make sense. We're staying. And so when Lee Garland showed me this, and I took it to the two top producers on the team, they were like, okay, we're doing this. And whether you're coming or not, the team is going. And so the biggest thing is one of the top producers on my team was ground floor with Cincy. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Cincy. She's a superstar director still today. And, you know, she reaped the benefits of being ground floor. And so when she looked at me and said, Robbie, please don't take this opportunity away from us, that really hit home for me. And I went home, cried, and like, this is gonna be hard for me to leave. And I said, but I have to do this for my agents. This is the best thing. So for us, it's been the stock. All of my team buys as much as the stock is that they can. We close anywhere from probably 30 to 40 transactions a month. So this has been huge for us.
So I don't know about all of you guys, but we live in Vegas. The healthcare system isn't the best. So let me just put that out there first. So I was pretty much going through like a personal struggle for 2 years to find, like, secure a primary physician in Vegas. Like, I was calling and getting around, like, pushed around and put on wait lists for different doctors. It was like months out. Meanwhile, I'm missing like an essential medication that I need to kind of function daily in a good way. So I was like, I had got an appointment and it was like months out. I get the appointment and then they cancel on me. They told me to go to urgent care and get the medicine that I need. In the meantime, I go there, they prescribe me the wrong medicine. And then I'm like, well, what do I do? They're like, well, the doctor wrote the wrong prescription. Too bad. Go back to urgent care, pay again, get a new prescription. I'm like, screw this. I had just joined Epique, and I'm like, oh, we get free health care. And so I signed up for the Epique healthcare, and then the Revive team, they reached out to me immediately, helped me set up my account, and I got a telehealth appointment in like a few days. I talked to the doctor. He was on the East Coast, not Vegas. So I talked to that doctor. He gave me my medicine, and then legit like a week later, I get the medicine that I've been trying to get for 2 years in Vegas for no money. And it was going to cost me $150. So I feel like an old lady now. I was so happy when the pills came to my door. I was like, I got pills.
My husband, he is an anesthesia provider, and he looked at it and said, this is a no-brainer, Robbie. And he said, sign me up for it. I'm like, sign you up for it? You run 3 hospitals. I mean, why do you need it? And he said, doesn't matter, I still have to pay. Sign me up for it. And so we've been able to get all of his blood pressure medications and things like that now for free. So it's been really good. Perfect. And I've got people on my team too. I have one that saved $2,000 a year.
Well, we do have an agent that had no health care, so it's a benefit for her and her family because her husband's a contract worker and goes from job to job, and they don't have insurance, and she has 3 children, so this is a benefit for her and her family, so to get on. So it's a blessing for them.
I am very passionate about mental health because I truly believe that in our industry, in our business, we're always pouring, and we sometimes we're left with nothing. I myself started mental health, but for dealing with managing my son. He's 21 years old, and I'm having an issue managing him because I want to manage him as he was 8 years old, and he's 21. So I have to learn to accept my role, and I noticed that it was really taking me back in my production and being active in my CRM and with my clients, and I felt that I needed to look for help. I knew that I needed to look for help elsewhere from my husband's support, which I have 1,000%. I just needed a little bit of more help with someone else's perspective. And that was one of the first things. My first meeting was within a few days that I made that phone call. It didn't take weeks to set up an appointment. It was very quickly. I think I made a phone call on Monday. By Thursday, I was already visiting with a therapist counselor. I don't need any medications. She thinks that I can cope on my own. I believe so too. But we all need a little bit of help, especially, like I said, in our industry. It's without support. My educational background is behavioral science and in business, and they truly do hand in hand to help us, sometimes cope with our stress. So that's my story. And I forgot to mention, I want to add that the visit costs $150 a visit. I see the bill that to me it's zero. It's totally worth being here just for that. I'm not here just for that. I'm here for everything.
This is truly a brokerage for the agents that gives you not only the ability to increase your production by providing all the tools that you need, even leads for no split, no extra split. And then of course, the other benefits that help you stay clean, visit your clients with a car. Like if you need a prescription, you need to see a doctor, you're sick and you're worried about, you know, how am I going to deal with this for the next couple of days if I'm in bed or I can't, you know, get any medicine or see a doctor. So, I mean, it's everything that is, I'm like, I'm sure everybody out here knows, it's everything about Epique is just awesome.
Is there anything that your agents are very thankful for that they've experienced?
They like the free car washes.
Free car washes? I think everybody likes free car washes. That's the first thing, you know, I love the saying, like, I joined for the free car wash.
Well, I think that's one of the things that people kind of make fun of us, so to say, because, well, you know, when people make fun of you, it's fear. I mean, it's usually fear-driven. They're scared of what we offer. So that's been kind of the attack, so to say, is the free car washes. But anyway, the free car washes have saved me $360 a year. I just want y'all to know. And the billboards have saved me $1,800 a month.
Wow.
So.
Oh, so you already had billboards going?
Oh yeah, we have billboards all over town.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Very nice. Yes, sir.
Transaction coordinating, that saves us between 300 to 500 a transaction. And that was hard to let go because I like to manage my own stuff. But I've learned to let it go and know that they'll take care of it. And they have been, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Yes, from the beginning. And I had to wean mine off because I've had her since 2018.
Yeah.
So, but it's going smooth, and it's allowed me to be able to reach out in different avenues for the team and focus more on the lead generation and dipping in different avenues to help, you know, with converting the leads and growing our production. So it's a huge benefit, huge benefit.
Kind of like this, it frees up so much time and time to either produce more or to be with your family or travel or do whatever you like to do.
One of my other favorite benefits is Lofty. And I just now got used to calling them Lofty, by the way. So. But I love that we have AI assistant and we have all those capabilities within our CRM and that we even get it for free. There's a lot of I've never been to a brokerage where they gave a good CRM. It was always something crappy, something that we didn't even want to use. We just wanted to hurry up and not use it and just pay for something better. But this is actually a CRM that I feel like I'm getting, like, taking advantage of the company because I'm like, this is good. Like, so yeah. And the billboards. I have a billboard in a nice area right around the corner from my house in a busy intersection. I probably would never have a billboard. So I was excited about that. It's in a good spot. I kind of just sit there, look at it. But yeah.
We utilize Lofty. Well, we just changed over, so that's another overhead expense that's cut tremendously because we were using two different companies before we just made the transition. And we utilize the CRM to the T. I have an ISA that goes in and updates reports for the team, and I'm sure Robbie does too, utilizes the CRM. So that's another overhead expense that's cut down tremendously for our team with Lofty. So we're really thrilled to have that free for us. So
what we found, though, is that it was easier to attract agents to Epique and to our team. And it was very difficult in the brokerage we were at before to, like, have agents come. But the more that I've read in the last 6 months is people are moving to teams. Teams are going to be the wave of the future just to survive in what's going to be after July. And I'm not saying everybody has to join a team, please understand that. But I'm saying that there are some agents who are seeking out teams for that community and education, the support, those types of things.
Yeah.
Especially people who have not been big listing agents.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Are you guys using Lofty?
Oh, yes. Yes, we are.
What were you using before, or were you using something else before?
We were using KB Corp.
Okay.
At our previous brokerage.
What has been your experience so far with that?
It's great. We love it. It does so much that, you know, we're still getting the hang of it and still exploring the opportunities that Lofty gives us. But so far so good, and we like the robustness of the CRM, capability of it, and yeah, very happy with it.
We've used also Boomtown in the past. That's the one that we used the most for many years. And between one and the other, I think Lofty has so much more to offer that we haven't been able to explore everything that it can do. I mean, we will take advantage of it. It's just going to take a little bit of more time and training. So we'll get there. My CE classes are due the end of May, and I couldn't register until I think 60 days from, right, okay. So I finally did. It was a very easy process. It is true. They will pay for my almost 20 hours that Texas is requiring me to continue my education, and I don't have to pay for it. And within a day or two, they send me my package, and now I can just take my classes online. Free. Thank you, Epique.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming up here and sharing your experiences with everybody.